Friends, I'm gonna do a new video again. It's Greg Doucette, man. Our favorite influencer, Greg Doucette, the gym slave, recruiting, lifting, selling, testosterone supplement slave. Yes, man. Okay. I don't know. That was a long one, and including steroid slave. Yes, because that's what he's taking, right? TRT slave. Anyways, let's review this video by Greg Doucette. Greg Doucette says, "No, Eddie Abbew, I will not stop." Okay. Let's see what Greg has to say.
Greg, please leave me alone.
No.
No.
Coach Greg, in today's video, Eddie Abbew, yet again, he's calling me out. Obviously, he's going to make fun of me. He's going to put me down and say that his information is the best and that I have horrible information.
Isn't that what Greg's doing? Greg started putting Eddie Abbew down. Eddie Abbew never attacked Greg Doucette, never talked about Greg Doucette. Now he's like, oh, he's going to put me down and all that, whatever.
And all I do is care about making money. But in reality, this is not the truth. We're going to watch the video.
That's true. Greg only cares about promoting his anabolic death book because he's selling it to you and it's based on artificial diet, which is going to domesticate you. I would call this the anabolic domesticating book. It's like that Twilight Zone thing. Remember the aliens in the Twilight Zone? The lady deciphered the book. Remember How to Serve Man? She goes, it's a cookbook. Yeah, it's the cookbook. It's the cookbooks. These cookbooks they promote. How to Domesticate Man cookbook 3.0 or 2. Whatever 3.0 here cookbook. The anabolic cookbook. How to Domesticate Man.
And of course, react.
There is a man, he calls himself, I think, Greg Doucette. It's an IBB pro. Listen, Greg, if you got to write IBB pro.
You people all believe other. Do you not understand that you're all being domesticated? You're domesticated, man. Do you even know what that means? Domesticated? Any of you people on Greg Doucette's channel? Of course, his minions are going to come here and say, you're hating. How could you inform us with the truth? That's hate. Every time you inform us with the truth, you're hating us. Stop doing it, T. Come on, genetic beast. Stop it.
In your name, miss your shit as a bodybuilder.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm an IFBB pro bodybuilder, got 4th place in a pro.
He's a domesticated IFBB bodybuilder. He's a fake bodybuilder. He took some kind of clown concoction and injected it, and then he created a clown costume, a Halloween costume, which he's still wearing to this day. Greg, the Halloween's over, okay?
Bodybuilding competition against Terrence Ruffin, who won the show. But apparently, I'm a cookbooks and shitty bodybuilder.
Oh.
And so, is it actually a fact that I'm
The exercise plan as well, the book the circle book is also made to domesticate you. All these things are made to domesticate you. What does that mean? Well, because you're eating an artificial diet, you're lifting artificial man-made weights consistently, which is going to domesticate you, and you live in an artificial environment. And everything else you're doing artificially domesticates you, dude.
If I'm shitty at 48 years of age on HRT alone, or when I was on performance-enhancing drugs, that I was shitty, then imagine all the other bodybuilders out there. If I'm the bar of shitty, okay, listen to me. If Coach Greg is shit as a bodybuilder, how is everyone else who's not quite as good as Coach Greg? Perhaps you're not an IFBB pro. Perhaps you're an IFBB pro who never made the top 5.
Okay, hold on a second, Greg. If you are not shit, then why did you need to take drugs? You took him because you were shit. That's why.
Are you shitty?
Big news for everyone in Canada. Christia Freeland.
Why are we insulting me as a bodybuilder? Perhaps I didn't use insulin and growth hormone the way you did, Eddie Abbew. Perhaps I didn't want to abuse my body the way you did. Notice how your glucose levels are all cooked up. You can't have sugar anymore. Why do you think that is? Do you think you might have perhaps abused your body harder than last time, and that's why you can't eat a normal diet? Oh, and last I checked, having IFBB Pro does not mean you're a shit bodybuilder. Natalia Abraham Colho, 28 years old, 2022 Miss Physique Olympia, the Olympia champion. Miss Physique Olympia, that's equal to being Chris Bumstead. 9-time Olympian. And so it says IFBB Pro Natalia Kohol. So she has IFBB Pro in her name. She's an Olympia champion 9 times on the Olympia stage. How many times were you on the Olympia stage? And so just because you have IFBB Pro in your name, you're...
He was on the Olympia stage numerous times. Why? He was a real pro bodybuilder, unlike you, Greg.
really going to use that to make fun of me? Really? That's the best you can do?
But he's made about 6 to 8 videos about me, long form videos about me on YouTube. And every time I...
Yeah, because Greg has to promote his anabolic domestication book, the Human Domesticating Anabolic Cookbook. You understand me? Yeah. And his exercise book, which domesticates you as well, domesticate you through exercise.
Watch it, I think, God, this guy's so sad.
Because I make 6 to 8 videos on Eddie Abbew, long form videos, he says this guy is so sad. Why is it sad that I call out the bullshit in the fitness industry? Remember how many videos I made about the Liver King? Probably
What bullshit?
just as many, because he was speaking nonsense. And so what I do is when I hear
What nonsense?
somebody saying bullshit nonsense going against the science, I make a video to correct them. I'm trying to...
What science? What science does this go against? What is Greg talking about? What science?
educate the population. And so
I bring out real science, and you've yet to. I remember a long time ago we had a discussion quite a few years back, and you go, none of that. It's all doesn't make sense. It's fake, or I'm this and I'm that, whatever. But you never proved anything. You just said a bunch of stuff.
when Eddie Abbew says all
Greg has no proof of anything. He's just making stuff. Stuff's coming out of his mouth. It's just nonsense.
things are sugar, everything is bad, that if you eat
Everything is sugar and everything is bad. That's artificial, yes.
fruits and vegetables, it's not good for you because it's sugar.
That's right. And don't forget oxalates. They're toxic as well. And they're not your human diet. They are not your human diet. They're meant to domesticate you.
That this is shit to
Carnivores do not eat that stuff. Us carnivores, we eat meat. Just like dogs and cats.
wake the fuck up. I'm going to make a video about it.
Stay the f*** away from fruit.
And remember, I'm not the only one. Lane Norton has made multiple videos speaking out about Eddie Abbew. I remember Sean Naliwick has done the same thing, and a host of other YouTube.
Yeah, of course, because they're promoting stuff, so they have to talk bad things about him. You understand me? They're losing subs. They're losing business like you are with your anabolic death book.
And why do you think that is? It's because Eddie Abbew is a meme. He's like the Liver King only in 2024.
The problem is Eddie Abbew is pretty big. He's a pretty big person out there, right? So the moment he actually brings out the truth, what do? They have to knock the truth because the truth doesn't sell. You can't make money on truth. You can only make money on lies in this world. You understand me? You make money on lying to people. Look at all the scammers out there. The YouTube, this, that, invest your money, bid chain, lock chain, wallet accounts, whatever. All this junk and everything. Buy these products. They're all just junk falling apart. It's to scam you to take your money. Yes.
He's Liver King 2.0. He says a few things that are great. For example, don't eat shit food. Don't eat processed food all the time. Junk food is bad.
That junk food and processed food, what is it made from? The engineered man-made fruits and vegetables. They're all bad. Hello.
Bad for you? Yeah, I think everyone already knew that. But when he says fruit is bad for you, vegetables, to avoid these things, that you need to eat a carnivore diet, but that is going too far.
Yes, you need to avoid these fake, these engineered man-made foods. You need to eat your natural diet, Greg. Which is meat, yes.
You're missing one point. The reason why people follow me is because I'm giving them free content.
Every single person that posts videos on Instagram and YouTube give out free content. And so you're saying the reason people follow Eddie Abbew is because he's giving out free content.
No, it's because he's giving out the truth. That's what he's doing. He's not telling people what they want to hear, and he's not telling you what you want to hear to promote these fake vegetables and fruits that are filled with oxalates and toxins and poisons that destroy people. And they're filled with fructose and shit and sugar and carbs and whatever else.
Okay, and so the reason people are following Coach Greg is because I'm also giving out free content. Let's see how much.
Yeah, but you're giving out the wrong kind of content. That's the problem, Coach Greg. You're giving out the fake content.
free content I've given. 917 million views on YouTube so far, over 2 million followers. And so you're
cares?
trying to brag about giving out free content I've given.
Who cares? There's people with bigger numbers than yours. There's just people that are, you have 2.7 million dumb people. What do you expect?
Out far more free content than you have, Eddie. And remember, these are long form videos. Eddie's videos mostly are very short, mostly on Instagram. Remember, he doesn't have a large following on YouTube. On YouTube, you actually have to make sense. For people to watch, you have to explain the science.
What? You've never done it, Greg. You've never done any of that.
Perhaps quote the literature, the research, PubMed articles, and so on. But Instagram, for people with low attention spans that are just interested in things.
Just type PubMed, fructose. What does it do? Destroys your mitochondria, destroys your DNA, and a whole bunch of stuff. Are they lying in that report? I don't think so. What do plants do? They're poison. What else do they have? Oxalates and a whole bunch of other things. They destroy you. Oxalatic crystals, oxalic acid. They destroy you from the inside out.
That are mostly drama-based, like wake the fuck up and this is shit. Yeah, it sounds cool. Old man with a gray beard shouting about not eating this, not eating that. It's fun. It's cool. And so a lot of people follow him. 3.7 million. That's a lot on Instagram.
That's a lot. Greg's jealous of anybody that has a larger following than Greg.
But on YouTube, where you actually make a lot of money, where people pay to advertise on your channels, he's not doing all that well. Eddie Abbew, total.
Maybe because he's new on YouTube, he's always been on there and he just comes. Like a lot of people, they start late. User created account. Oh, that's not bad. February 6, 2023. And he's already at what? 142K? Well, that's not bad, Greg. Greg, when did you start? Oh, let's see. Greg started 15 years ago, his channel, and now he's got 2.6 million. Took him 15 years. Hello. Okay, whatever.
Video views on YouTube with 141,000 followers, 14 million. I didn't say 114 million, I said 14 million. And so overall, I do believe I've given out more free content than Eddie.
I'm giving them free content that's valuable. People are valuing it. It's helping them a lot. People are making changes, lifestyle changes.
And so he's saying Eddie's giving out content that's...
He's putting people on the right path. That's what he's doing, Greg. What are you doing, Greg?
Valuable, that's helping them out. I remember when I reached 1 million followers, I said, hey, if you have a life-changing experience, you've made a dramatic before and after transformation.
See, like Eddie Boo said, he's giving out free information. Free doesn't sell. That's why Greg is all upset. That's why they have to come down on him. All of these guys have to crack down because they're not giving anything away for free. They're charging for fake information.
Send me a message, and perhaps I'll talk about it in a video. 3,500 people sent me messages of how it changed their lives. How they watched my video.
Oh, man, give me a break. Really? Are you serious?
And it dramatically improved themselves, so much so that they wrote me to thank me. 3,500 from one request.
They never improved themselves. You fed them a fake diet, and you told them to exercise. To constantly keep burning calories, go to a gym. Forever. If you're on your natural diet, a carnivore diet, which has no sugar or toxins in it, do you think you'd want to go to a gym consistently burning these so-called calories? Are you a slave? You have to, then you're slaved. You've been slaved to the cookbook and the artificial diet, and then you've been slaved to the gym and the workouts. You get it, bros? You get it? You've been slaved. Greg has fooled you. Surprise. Trick or treat.
So Greg really helped me fix my nutrition.
His delicious
April Fools.
recipes just made calories in, calories out a little bit easier.
I want to eat sweet things like that and lose weight and look like this guy.
See, I want to eat sweet things like that and look like this guy. Oh, man, you are going to destroy yourself.
I went out and crushed all my goals that I set for myself.
That is a lot, and that was years ago. And so imagine the lives, the people that I've helped.
You wouldn't understand it. We're all working for money.
Yes, of course, we're all working for money. For example, I have cookbooks, I have a diet.
See, here we go with the books. I told you before, man. How to Domesticate Man, Cookbook 3.0, and the workout plan. How to Domesticate Man. The workout book, and the cookbook.
I offer these services. Eddie Abbew himself, he sells something. I think it's $49.99 maybe.
And you're all wondering why penises are shrinking and testicles are shrinking and testosterone is like at an all-time low. Hello.
I'm wrong. And it's a diet PDF book, somehow telling people how to eat for only $49.99.
Yes, he has to tell you people how to eat because you don't know how to eat, guys. Get it? Jesus, man, none of you know how to eat. Greg is gonna teach you how to eat for $14.99.
Did you know, Eddie, that I've given close to 100,000 free diet and training programs? Close to 50 pages.
Look, he calls you guys morons there. Did you see that? Yeah, he's laughing. Look, he's laughing at you. Downloads are ready.
And it's not just a carbon copy, one plan
I took your money. Ha ha ha.
fits all. Multiple copies tailored to that individual for free. Almost 100.
He sold you nothing. He gave you nothing. It's like these guys when I go shopping. This guy has a whole wagon full of like plants. And I go, you didn't buy any food. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, there's no food in your wagon. He goes, yes, there is. And then I go, no, there's no food. He goes, what's food? I go, this is food. Meat. Meat is food. Plants are not food, bro. They're not food. Meat is food. For you, for humans. Meat is food. Plants are not food. They're not food. He spent all his money and he got nothing. Everybody's going to the store, buying stuff. They thought they bought food, a Mars bar, chips, Coca-Colas, donuts at the coffee shop, coffee. They went to the store too, bought a whole wagon full of like, I don't know what, like fruits and vegetables and packaged stuff and everything, processed food made out of plants and everything and pizza and all that. And they didn't buy any food. They have a whole wagon full of stuff, but there's no food. They stole your money on top of it. They stole your slave money. They sent you to a slave job. They coaxed you. They tricked you. Sent you to a slave job on your slave wage. And then you went to the slave store and they sold you a bunch of stuff. And they took your slave money in the store and they gave you no food in return. And then it's a vicious cycle. You're constantly hungry all the time. Overeating, undernourished, mTOR's on, accelerated aging, getting older, getting chronic diseases, this, that, and everything. When you're starving, your body gets these diseases because you're starving. You're always starving. Why are you eating 3 meals a day? Because I'm starving. Why 4 or 5 meals a day? Because I'm starving. Why are you starving? Because you haven't eaten any food yet.
1,000. Now, let's do some math, Eddie. If I charge $50 times 100,000, it would be about $5 million. And so did I sell those or did I give them away for free? And so people...
Yeah, you sold people nothing. You sold them a book based on nothing, how to prepare and cook fake food that doesn't exist.
Are quick to say, oh, you're a ripoff, you're a scam artist. You have cookbook for 100.
Of course they lost weight using the cookbook because overfed and undernourished, how could you not lose weight? You're starving all the time.
$50.
That's why you can't stop eating. And then you got people with conditions now. They get a condition eating this food. They can't stop eating, and then they start eating more and more and more. They get more addicted to it than other people. And then they just get fat off of it. Some get really skinny, some get fat.
I have several at different price points because I offer several different books. All of them work exceptionally well.
They're not building muscle. Their bones aren't getting whatever mineralized or anything. But what are they getting? Fat. And people who are getting skinny are deteriorating faster than the last time.
I've sold close to 100,000 books. And so although I've sold...
Wow, you sold 100,000 books. There's 100,000 people out there that have shortened their lifespan. It's unfortunate and made their life hell. Wow, Greg has made 100,000 people their lives hell.
About 100,000 books. I've also given away about 100,000 books. And so...
Yeah, you've helped the government domesticate 100,000 people. The government is probably applauding. They just love you, man.
Whether you're rich, poor, don't have money, don't want to spend any money, you can get free content from Coach Greg.
Free content here, man. I'm going to tell you how to lower your testosterone and shrink your penis and your testicles and not build muscle and actually lose muscle and even possibly get fat by Coach Greg's anabolic human domesticating book. The anabolic death book, yes.
Working for money, but don't just make it about money.
If it was just about money, why did I give away close to 100,000 free diet and training programs?
Why did you give it away? So that if you did give away that many, then it was to coax people into buying it, to get them hooked. Just like McDonald's, when they give out free coffee every so often during the year, They have about, I don't know, about 1 or 2 weeks where they give free coffee. Everybody's going to free coffee. That's how they get you hooked. That's what people do. That's how they get you hooked on their products.
Really? Think of that. Why did I give that away?
To hook people.
Yeah, I have advertisements in my videos. Is it a crime for me to try to make a living? Is there something wrong with me promoting supplements? For
Is it a crime for you to make a living? Absolutely not. Is it a crime to scam people? Yes. Yeah.
example, Turk Builder,
I don't know. Is it?
Max, Seco protein bars? There's something wrong?
GO2 Max, Seco protein powder, Acti Builder, yes. Buy Acti Builder before WADA bans it because it's a steroid. Wait, I thought you weren't promoting illegal stuff, Greg.
With that, last I checked, you used to sell whey protein. That's right. People used to coach. They talked to me, came and said, hey, you owned a gym. You were selling whey protein and
He didn't know any better probably back then, but maybe he smartened up, that's all. It happens that way because people have been enslaved.
I even think you're still selling BCAAs. Is this correct information that I'm being told? Last I checked, BCAAs are made in a lab. Are they not? I don't know. I mean, this is secondhand information. I don't know.
I don't know. Is he? Maybe he's still learning.
If this is to be true. At least I'm not lying about what I'm using or what I'm taking. I've been very honest, telling people about my HRT, 140 milligrams a week. Are you on HRT, Eddie Abbew? Are you on HRT? Yes or no? How long have you...
Is Eddie Abbew on HRT? I don't know. He was a bodybuilder. He took drugs, right? So his body's kind of messed up. So I don't know.
Stopped abusing steroids. For how many years have you stopped? And for how many years did you abuse...
He was a professional bodybuilder at the time.
Steroids. Trying to make it look like I'm unnatural.
I don't know what that has to do with the stuff that he's promoting now. But whatever, Greg. Okay.
People say, oh, Coach Craig is unnatural. Look at Eddie Abbew. He's healthy. Does anyone think that I don't do cardio? Do I not promote health and fitness to the world? I encourage 150 minutes of cardio a week to put the fork down to eat healthy. And so, Eddie, how am I different than you, aside from the fact that I give better quality information backed by science, backed by research?
Don't just make it about money. Let's also make it about helping people.
Oh, I guess I don't help any.
Exactly. Like really helping them.
The 917 million people haven't helped any of them. Those 3,500 people, life-changing transformation, never helped any of those people. And remember, that's just scratching the surface, the tip of the iceberg. I am positive, certain, 100% convinced I've helped far more people than you, Eddie. What have you done, Eddie? This is shit, don't eat processed food. And at the same time, you've hurt people. Everything is sugar. Fruit is sugar, this is sugar, it's all shit. Don't eat fruit. Is that a good message, Eddie? To not eat fruit? Really? You think it's that bad to have an apple, a kiwi, a banana? This is horrible for you?
You're there promoting your supplement
Didn't say it was horrible to have one or two of these, but whatever. One leads to the other because sugar is a drug, a very powerful drug. Much more powerful than other plant drugs.
video that you make using my name to promote your shit. I'm not part of that shit. I don't sell whey protein because I think whey protein is shit.
And tell us why.
Well, there he goes. He doesn't sell it. He just said it.
Hey, Eddie, why is whey protein shit? Explain it scientifically so that the viewers...
Here scientifically because it's fake. It's unnatural. It's processed. It is not your human diet. That's why it's shit.
...can understand. And when you say things like, don't have fat-free Greek yogurt, because what they do is they take stuff out and they put sugar in it. No, they don't.
It's easy.
They don't add...
Okay, here, I'll put it easy, a lot easier. Can you find whey protein anywhere in nature? No? Then it's unnatural, right? It doesn't exist anywhere out in nature, whey protein. This concocted whey protein in that container that it's in. So there you go. It's fake. It's bad for you.
Sugar. And when I say you can have high protein milk, oh, they take out the fat and put in sugar. No, they don't, Eddie. They don't.
Yes, they do.
You're lying. Why are you a...
Prove it, Greg. If he's lying, prove it. Show us.
Liar. Why do you continue to lie? Tell you why. Gets views, gets clicks. This is shit. Don't eat fat-free Greek yogurt. It's shit. Guess what? It's calorie.
Does Greek yogurt exist anywhere out in nature? No, it cannot be found anywhere in nature. So what are you talking about, Greg?
Calories in, calories out, Eddie.
You can't beat nature, Greg. What are you talking about? We don't need science. We don't need nothing. It doesn't exist in nature. If it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist in your mouth.
It's not all about insulin and bullshit.
If you need drinking, that's fine. But Greg, please leave me alone.
Oh, leave me alone. The bully Coach Greg is so evil. He made 6 to 8 videos telling people that I'm full of shit. Oh. Eddie, if you post nonsense, I'm going to correct you in the videos. This is how it works. If you don't like the fact that I promote supplements, you can make a video about me, which you did right now. This is the second time you made a video about Coach Reagan. Why do I think you're doing it? For clout. I think you know I'm going to make a response.
No, he's doing it because it's the truth.
Video. I'm going to talk about Eddie Abbew. More people are going to see it from my channel. Remember, I do have 2 million followers on YouTube. It's quite a bit. They watch my video.
Wow, he has 2 million conditioned minions on his channel. That's insane.
And say, who is this moron? Who is this guy? Who is this Eddie Abbew that says you can't have fruit in your
fake sells, man. It sells big
diet,
time.
that it's all sugar. And so they watch your channel and they like it. They're like, wow, because everyone's looking for the magic pill, the quick fix. I haven't lost weight. There's got to be something wrong. No. Oh, it's sugar. Sugar's fault. It's all.
Sugar doesn't exist, Greg. It doesn't exist anywhere in nature. I don't know what you're talking about. It's man manipulated, man made. So I still don't understand what Greg's trying to say. Is he trying to say that things that are unnatural are healthy for you and anything natural is deemed bad for you? See what I mean? He's saying anything natural, a meat diet, your carnivore diet, is going to be unhealthy for you. And then he's telling you that an unnatural diet is what you need and it'll be healthy for you. What? Like, are you people all brain dead out there? Come on.
Based on sugar. If you don't eat sugar, you're losing all the weight. You're going to cure all your mental problems, disorders, depression, everything.
Yes, it's all going to go away if you stop eating sugar. It is. You'll become a normal person for once. You are on a sugar drug. Sugars are drugs. The NCBI PubMed tells you sugar drug.
I've seen you say that. Remember, Eddie? Yeah, there's no such thing as depression. It's your diet. Somebody says, hey, I'm feeling like I don't want to live anymore. Oh, change your diet. Wake the cook up. You really think that's going to help that individual? That's going to solve all of their problems? If they don't.
Yes, it's absolutely going to solve their problems if they stop eating drugs, these plant drugs all day.
Just eat a steak?
I know you probably go high.
Yes, if they eat a steak, yes, it'll go away. What part does Greg not understand? Steak natural, cookbook fake.
Done for me, that's fine.
And so why do people keep bringing up sexual orientation? How does that matter? Remember, there are people in this world who are gay.
Because people are starting to turn into other sexes, which is unnatural. Dude, hello.
Sister's gay.
Because you're being domesticated. You're being domesticated. You just don't realize it.
She hears you say, you have a hard-on for me. She knows you're using that in an insulting manner. And by saying that, people who are gay are thinking, so it's now an insult to call someone gay? Do you really think that's okay? Do you really think that's cool? So when you say, I want to suck...
Gay doesn't exist. Gay doesn't exist. It only exists in the artificial man's world. Doesn't exist in nature.
Your cookbook, people like my sister take that as a personal insult. It's not okay to make fun of somebody's sexual orientation.
The other day you sent me...
It doesn't exist. There's only two sexes, man and woman, in the natural world. Maybe in this fake world, there's all kinds of different... I don't know what there is in here.
Message saying to me, oh, this company wants to make you... I'm like, off. I'm not interested in any of this shit.
And so despite all of our differences, despite the fact that I've made 6 to 8 videos talking out about him,
This is incredible, man. How long is this video?
Still message him in private in a DM. There's a suit company called LGFG. They want to sponsor you $50,000 worth of suits to help you to look good. I say, okay, I'll message him. I'll do you that favor. And what does he do? He makes a video to make fun of me. And so really think about it. I went out of my way in private, behind closed doors, didn't tell anyone about it, and said, hey, Eddie, I want you to know there's a company that asked me to reach out to you. They want to give you free suits to help you look good. And so does that make me a bad person? And so he says, oh, fuck off. Really, think of it. I'm trying to help him. Does anyone see it any differently? In private, I messaged him and said, I know a company, a suit company that wants to give you all these free suits. And he then uses it against me. Think about that. There's a major sponsor that wants to give you some things. Listen to my message. It's very valuable. It's Coach Greg. I then send him a 58-second message about how a suit company, LGFG Fashion House, wants to send him free suits. Custom-made free suits. Did I have to do that? Remember, I'm making all these videos about Eddie, but yet behind the scenes, what am I doing? I'm trying to help him. Does that make me look like a bad person? Yet that is what he's trying to do. Really think about that.
Saying to me, oh, this company wants to make you. I'm like, off. I'm not interested in any of this shit.
Remember, it's not a protein powder company. It's not a supplement company. It's clothing. And he uses it against me. He says I'm a bad person, that all I do is care about money, yet I'm trying to help him in private. Think about that the next time you see Eddie talking bad about Coach Greg.
Let's make people feel better instead of making those stupid videos because they're pointless. Come on.
And so would it not make you feel better? Think of it right now. If I wrote you in private and I said there's a company that wants to give you $50,000 worth of suits, would that make you feel better? Would you maybe feel better about yourself if you're dressed in fancy clothing, looking your best self? Really think about that. Did I write him in private and say you're an asshole, you're a this, you're a that, you're a man, make fun of him? Or did I try to help him?
Wake the fuck up, Greg.
How are you going to help? What way do you want to help Eddie Abbew, Greg? How?
I'm gonna give away this
And so I reach out, try to help him. I make videos correcting his misinformation, and I need to wake the cook. Really? Why don't you wake the cook up? When somebody's offering you a helping hand, when they're offering you something of benefit to you, you can say, no, thank you. Thanks for thinking about me. You can say, thanks. I'm glad you thought about me. There doesn't have to be an insult. Doesn't have to make fun of me. Eddie Abbew, he never eats anything sugary, right? I mean, he always practices what he preaches, right? He would never cheat on his diet. I mean, that's what he says, right? Well, let's watch this.
But is it not okay to have a bit of sugar? As long as it's not a lot.
But I have a bit of sugar once a week.
Okay. And what would you have? What would that be?
I like a biscuit. I'll have a packet of biscuit Maryland.
And so notice, it's carbs, it's sugar. He has it every single week. He acts like, oh, he eats a perfect diet. He never eats any of this stuff. But meanwhile, in actuality, in the real world, he's cheating on his diet every single week. Do you really think you can never have any sugar? Eddie Abbew himself is having sugar.
No, you shouldn't have any sugar whatsoever. You should be eating your natural diet, Greg, so you don't run into problems. Yes, that's the problems in the entire world. It's the artificial diet which is domesticating people and causing all the problems and the havoc.
And he's done so even after abusing steroids, GH, whatever, for years. Guy has to be more careful than last time. But if you're doing cardio every day like I am, do you really think it's going to hurt you if you have a bowl of fruit every morning, perhaps strawberries, blue?
Yeah, it's going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you the first time. It's going to hurt you over time. Yes.
Blueberries, bananas, and so on. You really think that's going to be bad for you? There you have it.
Yes, very bad.
Does anyone actually believe all of the nonsense that Eddie Abbew is spewing? Of course, he's a meme. He's fun.
What nonsense is he spewing, Greg?
He's charismatic. He says, wake the cook up. He's an old man cursing and swearing. It's entertaining. But when he says you can't have any fruit, vegetables in your diet, that everything is sugar, he lists them out. Rice.
And he's absolutely correct. And rice has arsenic, not just sugar in it, and a bunch of other stuff.
Fruits, vegetables.
Roots have fructose. Fructose destroys DNA and mitochondria.
It's all sugar. And so if you think you can't have a carrot...
It is. It's all sugar. It's all sugar, man.
You can't have rice in your diet, that it's all bad.
No, you can't have anything, but if you want to destroy yourself, but you should be eating your natural diet, but you don't want to because you want to eat drugs all day because that's what the government wants. That's how they domesticate you. Hello. You're a domesticated being.
Ad for you? Well, then I think you need to wake the cookbook up. Interested in any of my supplements like the Seco protein bars, the GO2 Max Turk Builder?
You can, it's not too late. You can try to undomesticate yourself and go back to normal by eating a natural diet. But none of you want to because you're addicted to the artificial diet because it's a very powerful drug. They've done tests on rats. They put cocaine and sugar in the other window. All the rats went for the sugar. They forgo the cocaine. It just goes to show you how much more powerful sugar is as a plant drug.
Acti Builder, Crate.
And Greg knows that. That's why he's selling you all these things. All these protein powders, they're filled with sugar. Maltodextrin is a nasty sugar, really kills you. Fructose, maltodextrin, whatever. I don't even know the other ones, whatever. So why do they put all this sugar in these protein powders? Why is there so much sugar in there? Well, because it's going to grow you some fake muscles called sarcoplasmic muscles, glycogen muscles. They're artificial, dude.
Creatine and so on. Head over to my website. Remember the free.
See, creatine and all these fake things to build artificial muscles. Greg is going to sell them to you better than the last time. And he's calling you bad names here.
Diet
Look what he's writing here.
training program, close to 50 pages. That's a lot.
Look what he's called you. Can you read that? He's making fun of you.
Lot of free information. But no, Coach Greg
He's laughing at you.
never helps anyone. It's not as if I don't have a free diet and training program, of which I do, but perhaps Eddie hasn't watched my channel. He hasn't gone to my website.
Eddie doesn't need to watch your channel, man.
Code Greg, 15% off.
Well, I'm surprised 17 minutes I did. Maybe it's split. I'm not sure.
Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you like it. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops. And of course, coaching plans by me and my team, the training books, the cookbooks, the circle diet books, supplements, clothing line, you get it all on my web.
Yeah, get all on your website. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. See you in the next one, man. Eddie Abbew. I told you, the truth is not popular. See you in the next one. Ciao, friends.